Thank you, Representative Summers. The House will come to order. Today's pledge is by Dane Caldwell, Sophie Messer from Brown International School, Lucy Caldwell, and Sam Messer from Skinner Middle School, and they are guests of Representative Pabon.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. We pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Representatives Arndt, Becker J, Becker K, K. Becker,
Excuse.
Beckman, Benavidez, Bridges, Buck, Buckner, Buckner, Carver, Catlin, Coleman, Covarrubias,
Hey, excuse.
Danielson, Escar, Everett, Everett,
Excuse.
Exum, Foot, Garnett, Janal, Gray, Representative K. Becker is present. Representative Everett is present. Hamner, Hamner, Hanson, excused. Herod, Hooten, Humphrey, Jackson, Jackson,
That's how I roll.
Kennedy,
Come and go. I just wing it.
Kraft Tharp. Kraft Tharp.
Excused.
Landgraf. Lawrence. Lebsock. Lee. Leonard. Lewis, excused. Liston. Lontine. Lontine. Lundeen. McKean. McLaughlin. Excused. Melton. Michael Cincinnati. Neville. Neville. Pabon. Pedersen. Rankin. Rankin. Ransom. Ryer.
Excused.
Roberts. Rosenthal. Sane. Salazar. Representative Kraft Tharp is present. Sandridge. Sias. Singer. Singer. Thurlow. Valdez.
Good morning, Colorado!
Van Winkle. Weissman. Willett. Williams. Wilson. Winter. Wist. Young. Madam Speaker.
Present.
Covarrubias, Hanson, Lewis, McLaughlin, and Ryer.
All right, with 60 present and 5 excused, we do have a quorum. Representative Michael Cincinnati.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the reading of the Journal of Thursday, February 1st, 2018 be dispensed with and approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk.
All right, members, you have heard the motion. All of those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye!
Those opposed signify by saying no. No! The ayes have it. The noes were pretty weak today. All right, Representative Michael Cincinnati.
Members, there is a funeral happening today for Sheriff Gum, and there was a interesting story that came out about his nickname, Gumball. And while we're celebrating his life, I thought I would share with you why Sheriff Gum, Deputy Gum, was called Gumball. During their training, Here we go. The day after Deputy Heath Gum's untimely death, the Adams County Sheriff's Office tweeted #Gumball and promised it would share a story about the fallen deputy. On Monday, the agency did. Deputy Heath Gum met Deputy Dustin Ball back in 2013. The two deputies were transferred into the patrol division. During their training, they formed a bond. By design, deputies are tried, tested, and pushed to their limits during training to prepare them to adapt to different situations and scenarios, the Post read. As time went on, Ball and Gum were seemingly connected at the hip. He knew that I had his back and that he had mine, Ball was quoted as saying in the Post. Their supervisors and other deputies decided a name change was in order, and that's how Gumball came to be. Today, Sheriff Gum is being laid to rest, and the Adams County Sheriff's Office really celebrated his life with lots of wonderful stories, and let us remember him and his service with joy and sorrow at his untimely passing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Representative Michelson Janae. Further announcements or introductions? Representative Kraft-Tharp.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So, members, I know it feels like we've been in session for a long time. If you remember 3 weeks ago, Representative McKean and I brought you a bill around the Nurse Compact, and we heard that pretty quickly. So you may have been getting emails from December graduates from nurses that one of the effects of this bill is that there is a gap between their graduation and thank you very much for listening. I really appreciate it. Between their gap and when they are able to get their fingerprints completed as mandated by this new bill to get their license to get a job. So this is what I'm here to tell you. DORA has issued a statement yesterday, and if I were you, I would respond with that statement. We are working on this. We hope to be able to have a resolution to this, quickly, I'm hoping today. But in the meantime, please, feel free to use the statement that DORA has issued and know that there is an understanding of what happened and that there is urgency in being able to resolve this. Okay? I hope that's helpful.
Representative McKean.
Thank you, Representative Kraft-Tharp, and really, truly, thank you for all the work you've been doing on it. And I got a text message this morning from Kurt Morrison saying that the governor's office is putting pressure on DORA as well, which is really important to make sure that all these new nurses can actually do their jobs.
Further announcements and introductions? It sounds like there will be more announcements and introductions. Representative Valdez. And Representative Valdez, is this a tribute? Not yet? Okay, Representative Valdez. No, that's fine. We have lots of announcements and introductions. We could do tributes at the end of announcements and introductions. Representative Valdez.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just want to acknowledge the snow industry and how important it is for Colorado and for our communities. Right now in the Rio Grande Basin, we're at 35%, so we're hoping to get more snow because today is February 2nd, and the groundhog has seen his shadow for 6 more months of winter. Ooh. I wish 6 more months, 6 more weeks. I don't see who's listening out there today. So also with that, let's get out this weekend and go enjoy our snow, and let's build a snowman. Thank you, everyone.
All right, further announcements or introductions? Representative Singer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just a quick reminder to our Joint Technology Committee. Esteemed members, upon adjournment, we will be meeting in Senate Committee Room 352 for what may be actually a short meeting this time, but we will be getting an update from Suma Nalapati, our Chief Information Officer, and some other folks as well. Look forward to seeing all of you upon adjournment, Senate Committee Room 352.
Further announcements or introductions? And remember, I'm going to ask if there's any tributes. Let's do them right before we go into the calendar. Are there any other announcements or introductions? And we do have 4 tributes today. Announcements, introductions, Representative McKean and Representative Escar.
Thank you, Representative McKean, for lowering it to my height. I appreciate that. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, we are excited to introduce an amazing person and his wife. A group of us had the incredible opportunity to head to Israel this past interim, and our amazing tour guide, who is full of so much knowledge and so much information, is joining us today on the side of the floor. I'm not sure if I can say his name or not.
Go ahead.
If you would please stand, Jules and his wife.
Hadass Kramer.
I didn't want to mess it up. Thank you for being here. Welcome back to Denver. We'd love to have you all from Israel over here.
And
Thank you.
if you ever want to know more than you ever thought you wanted to know about the history of the Middle East and Israel, you just buy that man a beer, which means you're going to get a lot of offers to buy a beer.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to the Colorado Legislature, and Representative McKean and Representative Eskar. That will be $1 each. Representative McKean.
I got you, Rep. Eskar. I'll take care of it. Okay, thank you very much, Madam Speaker. You guys notice that I'm torturing everybody with a little red box up here, but this is how you do this. This is truly how you do this. So one of our staff members knew that today was the day, and so they brought me Valentines to go to the land of love so that little old ladies can stamp them with our cachet verse. So one more week. Next Friday will be the end of this. Bring me your Valentines. I will make sure that they get to Loveland. Thank you very much.
Further announcements or introductions? Representative Rankin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We have 3 political science students from Colorado Mesa University with us today. Stand up, girls, and let people see you. Future politicians. 4.
Fantastic. Welcome to the Colorado Legislature. Further announcements or introductions? Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Members, I have a very important announcement. That lazy, no-good, sleepy Senate has decided to take February 19th off because they need a little more rest time. We over here in the House are hardworking. We show up every day to do our job for the people of Colorado. But just really because we are so efficient, we don't need our rest, but we're going to take that day off anyway. Woo! Because we're so good at getting our jobs done. So February 19th, President's Day, we will have the day off.
Further announcements or introductions? Any further announcements or introductions? All right, let's go to tributes then now. Sure. Representative Ransom, Representative Van Winkle, Minority Leader Neville, and Representative Lawrence. Hold on one second. Members, can I get your attention? We have some tributes this morning. Representative Van Winkle.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's a tremendous honor and privilege to be joined today by the Class 4A state champion cheer team from beautiful Highlands Ranch, Colorado, Valor Christian. Yay! And we do have a tribute to read.
The House of Representatives, convened in the 71st General Assembly, hereby extends sincere commendations to the Valor Christian Eagles, 4A state cheer champions. The Valor Christian Eagles cheer team's months of hard work and dedication ended in triumph after winning the Class 4A cheer championship. The Eagles represented their school and their community with the utmost honor and pride. The members of the Colorado House of Representatives are proud to congratulate the Valor Christian Eagles cheer team for this outstanding athletic achievement and wish them all continued success and happiness. On request of Representatives Kim Ransom, Patrick Neville, Kevin Van Winkle, and Polly Lawrence, given the 2nd day of February 2018, State Capitol in Denver.
Representative Van Winkle.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is hard to imagine the amount of hours and hard work and dedication it takes to get to this level, but you have done it. A tremendous amount of skill, precision, and consistency that is rarely seen today. We are honored by your presence and wish you luck at the Nationals coming up soon.
Representative Ransom.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And yes, I too wish all of you ladies luck at the Nationals. That's going to be a fun time. Back in the day when two of my kids went to Valor, they won more state championships. You may remember us coming in last year and the year before with basketball and football championships. And what's fun is that this year the cheer team has really shown up the school proud because they are the only ones that won a state championship this year. So I'd like to announce that as well. Thanks for being here, ladies.
Congratulations on behalf of the Colorado General Assembly. All right, Representative Valdez.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And along with the Colorado Democratic Latino Caucus, we are here today to present to you the El Pueblo Museum tribute, which we would like to honor and have Connor read at length. But also, we have individuals from El Pueblo Museum here with us today and the individuals from the History Colorado with us.
All right, Representative Valdez. And members, we are on another tribute. Representative Valdez.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And it is an honor to bring this tribute forward. And I would like for it to be read at length.
The House of Representatives convened in the 71st General Assembly hereby extends sincere commendations to El Pueblo History Museum. This year, El Pueblo History Museum will launch the Borderlands of Southern Colorado exhibit, which will feature the temporary display of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, marking the first time this historical document will be on display in Colorado. On February 2nd, 1848, the United States and the Republic of Mexico signed the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, which signified an end to a war between the two nations and resulted in the formal relinquishment of over 790,000 square miles from Mexico to the United States. The land involved in this treaty now constitutes all or parts of 8 states in the American West, including Colorado, and it also moved the border between the United States and Mexico from the Arkansas River in our state to the Rio Grande River in Texas. On the 170th anniversary of the signing of this treaty, we, the members of the Colorado House of Representatives, would like to congratulate History Colorado and El Pueblo History Museum on their new exhibit and wish them continued success in their mission to educate Coloradans on this important piece of our state's history. On request of Representative Donald Valdez, given the 2nd day of February 2018, State Capitol in Denver.
Representative Valdez.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And the Pueblo History Museum, situated at the site of the original El Pueblo, established in 1842 along the border, will launch the Borderlands of Southern Colorado exhibit in May 2018 to eliminate the region's historic and ongoing borders of cultures, ethnicities, landscapes, industries, religion, and identities. And this is the first time that the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo will be displayed in Colorado for the first opportunity for the public to view this important piece of state's history on today, February 2nd. Thank you, members, and thank you to El Pueblo Museum and History Colorado. And I don't know if I can say their names, but thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Valdez. All right. Are there any further tributes this morning? There is another one. Representative Escar.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And members, thank you for your attention and your time. I do have a tribute that I am honored to bring to our House floor, and I will just have Mr. Randall read it, and then I will explain a little more.
The House of Representatives convened in the 71st General Assembly hereby extends sincere condolences and expressions of sympathy to the Sumter family on the passing of Dr. Matthew Sumter. The state of Colorado has lost an exceptional citizen with the passing of Dr. Matthew Sumter. Born and raised in Pueblo, Dr. Sumter served with Pueblo Cardiology Associates for nearly 2 decades. He will be remembered as thoughtful, caring, intelligent, and a dedicated family man who cared deeply and skillfully for his community. The members of the Colorado House of Representatives express our heartfelt condolences to the family and friends of Dr. Matthew Sumter on their tremendous loss and express our gratitude for his years of service to the Pueblo community. On request of Representative Danae Escar, given the second day of February 2018, State Capitol in Denver.
Representative Escar.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I didn't know Dr. Sumter very well, but I knew of him. My wife, who is a cardiologist, a nurse that works in cardiology, sorry, I'm a little choked up, worked for him at Pueblo Cardiology. And every day we talk about our work, and every day she had a new story about what she learned from Dr. Sumter. And when we got the phone call on New Year's Eve day that he had suddenly passed, emotions overflowed for us, and I immediately thought of his family. His wife, Diane, his sons, Brian and Michael, my heart goes out to you. We lost an incredible person in our community, but you lost your family member. He was not just a cardiologist. He was an Eagle Scout. He was on the board of the Parkview Medical Center. He was a father, he was a brother, a husband, a friend, and what my wife would call a mentor. And he was a mentor to a number of people, as I found out. At his funeral, over 500 people in Pueblo County showed up. That was just a fraction of the lives he touched. I was just talking to Diane, who's here with us today, and she told me that every single day she hears a new story about how her husband touched someone's life. So I just thought it was fitting for us to take a moment to give a tribute to this amazing man who I unfortunately didn't get a chance to know very well. But I trust my wife's instincts, and when she says someone's a good person, that means a lot to me. Thank you to Dr. Sumter for his years of service in Pueblo, and thank you to his family for everything you've done and everything you've gone through. We appreciate you, you're in our hearts, and thank you for being here today. Today we have his wife, Diane, and his oldest son, Brian. His youngest son, Michael, couldn't join us today because of school. But I just want to welcome you to the house and thank you for everything your family has done for our community.
Thank you, Representative Escar. And to the family that is here today, we're very sorry for your loss. Any further announcements or introductions? Madam Majority Leader Becker, we're going to thirds. Okay, third reading of bills is the item on the calendar. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1010.
House Bill 1010 by Representatives Lee and Wilson concerning youth committed to the Department of Human Services in connection therewith requiring the department to report certain data and adding members to the Youth Restraint and Seclusion Working Group.
Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1010 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1010 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Randall, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Pedersen.
She's in the Senate. Not yet. Yeah, not yet. She's in the Senate. Do you want to, $5 fine.
Representative, oh, you were right in time, Representative Pedersen. I was just about to close the machine. Please close the machine. Representative Pedersen, that will be $2. With 56 yes votes, 4 no votes, and 5 excused, House Bill 1010 is passed. Co-sponsors. All right, please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1079.
House Bill 1079 by Representative Beckman, Nelson, Senator Crowder, concerning a requirement that the Works Allocation Committee prepare annual recommendations for the use of the Colorado Long-Term Works Reserve.
Madam Majority Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1079 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1079 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no discussion, Mr. Randall, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Please close the machine. With 60 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 5 excused, House Bill 1079 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. All right, Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that we
lay over the balance of the calendar.
lay over the balance of the calendar till Monday, February 5th. Thank you.
Seeing no objection, the remainder of the balance of the calendar will be laid over until Monday, February 5th. All right, further announcements or introductions? Any further announcements or introductions? Going once, going twice. Good morning, Representative Liston. Is there more economic good news?
Yes, it is, Madam Speaker. Members, Madam Speaker, fellow members, here's today's good economic news, and it's great news for America. You know, I read the papers all the time, and hopefully you do too. The payroll processing firm ADP reported just the other day that U.S. companies added 234,000 jobs in January alone. That's 234,000 jobs in January. These increases were led by gains in hotels, schools, the healthcare industry, and numerous other ones. According to ADP, and this is a quote, businesses are optimistic about the U.S. economy, particularly after President Trump's tax overhaul plan was approved. Isn't it great that America's economy is doing so well? This is today's economic news. God bless America.
Thank you, Barack Obama, for getting our economy on track. Representative Jenny Art.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Members, Representative Arns.
I'm going to wait till you're listening because this is very important. Please, I know I have the corner desk. Last year, my computer went missing for some time, just by accident. People are routinely putting things on my desk and picking up my materials. Now all my JBC documents are gone off my desk. I just, please, I don't mind if you stop by my desk, but when you, don't put your things on my desk, because when you pick them up, you tend to pick up my things too. I cannot locate any of my JBC documents. Just be mindful that all I have is the same little space you have, so thank you for paying attention to that.
Yes, let's be mindful of each other's space. Representative Young.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Well, Representative Arndt, I'm here to help. We'll get you plenty of copies of JBC documents. Don't worry about that. Members, who's on Appropriations Committee? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're on the Appropriations Committee. You don't see it on your calendar for next week, but Tuesday morning at 7:30, we're going to be having appropriations. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We can't actually list the bills because they're the supplemental bill package, but as soon as those are introduced today, I think then, or Monday, they'll be on the calendar. I just want to give you a heads up. You're going to have an early morning meeting on Tuesday, LSBA. Thank you.
Further announcements or introductions? Representative Pabon.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And members of the House Finance Committee, raise your hand if you're on the House Finance Committee. I see one person has their hand raised, so that tells me that the other 11 members are not listening. This is going to affect you, so you should listen. House Finance Committee, Monday, it's not on the calendar right this moment, but it will be printed, and I want you to have it over the weekend if that's when you do your work. Senate Bill 88 will be heard first on the calendar on Monday, February 5th. House Finance Committee members, Senate Bill 88, first up, Monday, February 5th.
All right, further announcements or introductions? Representative Valdez.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, this morning we had a meeting on the third floor about missing persons. And this affects our families, our friends, people in our communities. Kelsey Schillings is missing. She's been missing since 2000. And it's sad how many people have been missing since February 4th, 2013, and her birthday's coming up this month. And how many people are affected by this? Each and every one of us. Kelsey's been missing in Pueblo for this long period of time. And I met her family here this morning. This is an issue that nobody should have to be going through. I told them this morning if we could find some answers for them to what happened. To find where she's at. It's not only Kelsey, but it's others. So with that, I ask this pray. Amen.
Thank you, Representative Valdez. Further announcements or introductions? Any further announcements or introductions? Seeing none, Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm going to get it right this time. I move that the House stand in recess till Monday, February 5th at 10 a.m.
Till recess until
I'm sorry, until 1 p.m. today. Geez, where's my head? I move that the House stand in recess till 1 p.m. today.
All right, see no objection. The House will stand in recess until 1 p.m. today.